Hi everyone, I'm Echoes and I'm a VTuber, and I'll be going over episode 8 of Gundam GQuuuuuuX, which essentially has two parts. The first part is where, essentially it's the continuation of the 1 Year War flashback that was present in the beginning movies, and the second part is essentially the continuation of the present day, where we mostly get a perspective on Nyaan's side, where she's with Lady Kycilia, compared to, we don't really get as much of Machu's side, but Machu's side will be more next episode. So, yeah, overall really interesting progression. We get half flashback, half progress in the present day. So overall, a good continuation of the plot, especially since we have a limited amount of runtime left. So yeah, let's get started. So in the beginning, the first half is, as mentioned, it's the flashback of what's it called? Of the 1 Year War, essentially. So we get Luna 2, and we get it's 0079 December, and then you can see they're currently fighting near Solomon. You can see this is the Zeon side. Guazin's fleet has broken through the southern perimeter defense, sir. Would have fallen 3 days earlier. How the squad of big Zoms have been deployed at the beginning. Nonsense, all I care about are practical benefits. But, let's see. Excluding Captain Char from our operation wasn't to our benefit either, sir. Are you saying that I'm jealous? And then I think this guy, I forgot who I don't know if he's GFreD or not. I forgot, but I forgot that he seems important. So the what's happening with the Solomon? And then you can see that they're using nuclear pulse engines to have completed firing. Acceleration complete, maintain inertial velocity as scheduled. Confados has entered plan trajectory. With this, the Federation forces will lose all of their stronghold in space. Fortunately, we have already lost this war. And then you see they're trying to evacuate here. An emergency evacuation order has been issued. And then you can see that Lady Kycilia is talking here. If a woman of the Zaba family were the first to abandon those around me, I'm better off staying here. Aren't there other ships that can intercept it? Virtually all of our fleets have been deployed to capture Luna 2. They have nothing to spare at Baku either. Losing would render Zeon's independence unattainable, yet we're grateful that Captain Char is with us. Perhaps the fate of Zeon is in the Red Comet's hands. Give Char the official order to intercept Solomon. So yeah. So they're trying to prevent Solomon from falling. Calling you young Casval. Solomon is in inertial motions ready enter lunar orbit, ma'am. Afraid we can't possibly stop the space fortress. The situation is hopeless. What are we supposed to do then? Just sit still and watch? And then as Char's laying out his plan, it's Solomon's auxiliary dock. We'll land our mobile suits there. Then we self-destruct an unmanned Zaku at each one, which will lead to explosion in the main power reactor. That should be enough to break off the summit on the front's east side. We'll carry out a final acceleration, aim it directly at Granada. If Solomon's center of gravity has been shifted at that point, Granada will be safe, right? Well, sir, the Federation has escort fleets as well. That means our fleet will have to charge right through the middle. The ship is Zeon's one and only assault landing vessel. We must put a good use to it, no other way. See, this is the map where they have where they all are. Shalia and Char, all that stuff. See, they're talking while they're moving. Must have planned out an attack us on the wall in advance. I have to think ahead. And then Swamel, Tokumo prepare to launch. Use those two as shields. Break through the front line, full speed ahead. 7-0 until Solomon's point of no return, so they're going into Solomon. And then Char's launching with the Red Gundam. And then he's working with Shalia Bull to break through. That's the enemy escort fleet and mobile suits in the vanguard. So he's trying to break through. Of course, they fight really well. Solomon's at 4-0 from point of return, so that's their distance away. And then his bits run out of propellant, the useless household anyway, so he gets rid of his bits and use it to attack more people. See, they're trying to get in. Captain, we're about to land in Solomon. All hands prepare for impact. And then you can see they're entering, launch all mobile suits at once. Tokwan team go. So there's no sign of enemies remaining inside the fortress, but there are mines. Self-destruction synchronization program check. My fuel is slowing us down, we're clearing it now. So they're trying to get all their mines down. Rest of you go and assist Tokwan's team. So now Char's clearing out his the people he's with. Desperation, this plan, and then he's talking about the Federation here. Damn Federation. Giving you desperation, this plan is well put together. Now the power, and then you can see that he hinders his own plan by pulling out the I guess the power to the bomb. It's like now the power reactor will no longer explode. Solomon will fall on Granada. I'll have my chance for victory. And then he meets this gun cannon. Let's see. He mentions what type of a white light type gun cannon. Meaning the Federation new type who defeated Vice Admiral Dazzle. You can see that she's fighting him. It makes sense why once he realizes who's the pilot. And realizes that she's Artesia, who's his sister. And obviously he can't kill his sister, but his sister disables him in the Solomon. Forcing him under the rubble. It's like, how in the world in a place like this? Like, he's like, why is she here? And then the Alpha SciComm is activating, and then the troops on the Solomon are evacuating. Prayer for all Tokwan team members confirmed. Large-scale tunnel collapse in the operation area. They think that he's trapped there. This isn't good. Solomon won't break apart until all forms detonate and sink, so that's too bad since Char hindered his own plan, essentially. So they have to escape now. Then Sodon is abandoning Solomon, so they believe their plan has failed. Yep. Perhaps we expected too much from the Red Comet. But you can see his Alpha SciComm is activating. Wonder whose mind is it responding to. And then you can see the Zeknova occurs. It's like, what's going on? It's coming from the Red Gundam. High energy response rapidly increasing as Red Comet causing all of this. Object vanished from the underground lab, so it looks like something escaped. The Rose of Sharon. Rose of Sharon doing this too. So I'm assuming in this case, the Rose of Sharon is what's triggering the Zeknova to happen, perhaps? And like, what is this voice? Because he could hear all the Lalah sound. Captain, tell me what's going on. And then he's hearing the last transmissions. Have you come from the other side? What does he mean? Solomon's falling. Let's see. And he says, I can see time. So you could see like the flow of time, and then he's transported out. And then in a way, Solomon does not hit Granada, so that's good. And then you can see Shali's narrating. I can see what time was the last narration here from Char. This icon runaway later named Zeknova resulted in the Red Gundam and Captain Char going missing. The fact that the Red Gundam has reappeared suggests the captain is still alive somewhere too. So this is kind of a continuation of what he said in episode 2. And then we go back to the present day now. And then we get the title. And then we get Kycilia's perspective here is like, isn't it interesting that I cook? My guess is like, no. I guess she's just trying to be polite. She's giving her some apple pie. I've been told you wish to study at university in Zeon. Zeon Institute of Technology and Sci Theory is distinguished as one of the leading academic institutions. The colony, for thought, let's see. Before our independence was recognized, the colony nations were thought of as worthless gatherings of refugees. And then she asked her, what do you believe has made us strong? The resentment of repressed space noids, maybe? That was resentment, and once that was dispelled. You can't become strong unless you look further ahead. Promise, and then she's like, I promise you a scholarship. And what should I do for you? I understand you were at the site where the Zeknova took place at Side 6. What I require you is to bring about another Zeknova for me. So I guess she wants to trigger another explosion for some reason. Not sure why, but I guess that's the goal. This woman here doesn't dislike me, so I guess Nyaan could sense that she at least has no animosity towards her. How to come across one while it's like, and you can see Xavier's like, how do you learn how to control mobile suits? How to come across one while escaping side 2. And like, sorry, I shouldn't have asked. And then she mentioned I'm not interested in studying. Well, you need a degree for a permanent residency, so I get it. It's tough to being wanted. I was just lucky. I don't know, I was just desperate. And he mentioned that he was visiting a grave because they were in school together. It's like, oh, was it a lady? It's like, no, it was a man. Why do you ask? I guess she was wondering if it was a person that he was dating or something. The pilot can has died one after another. New mobile suit must be cursed. But he did bring a third one, yes. A Granada Navy Yard Research Laboratory. So it looks like they're learning about this new unit that's like the GQuuuuuX. Got yourself an escort ensign. Been a while. And then these two are classmates. I think he mentions that it's a mobile suit. GFreD is a second GQuuuuuX. So they're both like paired units, essentially. Classmate Miguel. Nyaan, she's from side 2. She's a third one. And that all the people who were piloted were students at the school, and it's usually picked a civilian. Remember the fair part we had with the 4 of us? When I got chosen to pilot the GQuuuuuX. Seems you're close friends. I'm jealous. Never had any friend bake a cake for me. I'll bake a cake for you. And she's like, what does this mobile suit remind me of? But so why do they keep dying as soon as they're chosen to be GFreD pilot candidates? Well, certainly that's not impossible. Supreme Commander's office demanding that the second unit's pilot. Let's see. I think he's saying is be chosen to pilot the second mobile suit, or all Zeon. And you can see that, like, oh, am I gonna die? As they're talking about each, because all the candidates were dying before. The Kycilia Lady and Supreme Commander GFreD have not met once the end of the war. Since the end of the war, because they're each aware of an assassination attempt. So they're essentially trying to kill each other. Lady Kycilia has a monopoly in psychometry technology. So the rumor is that GFreD is he's developing clone cyber new types in response. So they're trying to weaponize against each other, essentially. And they'll be deployed in actual combat soon. Lalah doesn't want a pilot for the GFreD to be chosen before that happens. Who knows where assassins might be hiding, even here in Granada. Selection exams will start tomorrow, so you should rest well. See ya. The ensign, was the cake he made for you tasty? And I guess she was asking about that. Then she talking with Miguel. Ian at their inside Xavier had left Granada. Big cake to celebrate like this. Our 10th classmate was selected. So you could tell that this guy's kind of sus. Once the test started, when we meet up like this. Looks delicious. Seeing our classmates get selected. It's like a dream come true for orphans like us. So one of us too. And she doesn't eat it. If I eat this, will my heart stop too? So she knows it's poisoned. I think Ensign Xavier trusts you so much. She was like, what the heck? Why are you betraying him? I not expected that a third candidate will be found out this quickly. No idea what, or I think the ensign. Reason why I can keep a calm face is because you have no idea what Kycilia is trying to do, and who wouldn't do what I did if they knew the real reasons why. And then you can see that they both got guns. I was like, what are you doing? What a shrewd little lady. Tell me this isn't true. That you're a spy working for Supreme Commander GFreD. Yeah, because the intelligence directed me to cooperate. The 2 that I killed, I did it out of my own initiative. Because I couldn't bear the thought of having my dear friends turn to Diablos. So some sort of demon or devil. I guess pilot, maybe? What I did was protect the gentle spirit. So it's like, I killed them so they won't become demons. You can see that she escapes. And then she thinks, oh, the mobile suit looks a lot like Lady Kycilia. I guess it's in her likeness, I guess. It's like, you're a damn spy for Lady Kycilia. As an order, I'll do what's best for humanity. Going to protect your human heart. Is like, I'm going to do the best for you. But then she's able to activate the GFreD. No way, how can she call the Psychon without a psycho suit? Yep, she can. And she kills the guy. And then you can see that her room is upgraded. It's like, oh, this is much bigger than my room. Having a window is like one of the greatest luxuries in Granada. True talent needs no explanation. Only those without talent want to be given one. And it looks like she was like a genuine new type that has been cultivated in the school. She brought the newly developed but disabled mobile suit back to life. And then now I can see that she has a gun. Supreme Commander spy that gave the poison Miguel Servato was you. So in a way, those two are working together. I was only thinking of Zeon's future. And that is nothing but an instrument of pure evil that will annihilate all of Zeon and humanity. That's the reason why I must not be in the hands of the Supreme Commander. I guess it's a giant weapon. She shoots him. Found this girl during pursuit of the Gundam. If it is fate guided by the red comet, then I must take good care of her. So I'm hoping at least she won't kill Nyaan right away at the very least. She's too useful, but anyway. Turns out we carry our equipment in the same flight, and then we get, I guess this is maybe Char? Though he's on her name. You look happy, Shirozu? His name is weird. Tell me it's not because you're assigned to the Jomongtho site. Sure, my father's pleased as well. Yeah, I know he likes you, and the Gundam GFreD project has a bright future ahead. Suddenly everything's moving smoothly. I think it's a sign that our work is demanded by the times. Now, if only we could find the missing Rose of Sharon. Like, are you sure? And I think he's relaying that guy was the assassin, probably. Oh no, something else. They're saying the GQuuuuuuX escaped from the Sodon. It's like, okay. Wonder how it's possible to have escaped from military vessel while watch for operation. And then she's like, surely it must be someone you know. Machu's the real deal, so. You can see that Machu's escaped to Earth now. Where is Earth? We're on the far side of the moon here, so they can't see it from this side. To be continued. And then you can see Machu's in the previous thing. I'm detained for stealing the GQuuuuuuX. Where are they taking me all locked up in solitary confinement? And then once again, I get a message from an unknown sender. Next episode, the Rose of Sharon. So this is Rose of Sharon's probably Lalah. She was probably some sort of experimental test subject, from what I can tell. But yeah. So that was a little quick, but regardless, it's overall still interesting. So we get the flashback, a continuation of flashback 1 year war. You see how Char initiates the Zeknova. And yeah, overall still exciting stuff. I think overall, yeah, I'm looking forward to the upcoming episode. Hopefully we get more of Lalah and Machu. We get Nyaan's perspective here, that she's useful enough to work for Lady Kycilia. And now you could see that, I'm assuming the GQuuuuuuX and GFreD will be fighting against each other at some point. So overall, a good progression. You can see that Lady Kycilia is pretty ruthless. But she doesn't really want to be killed by assassins, so it makes sense. Kind of shame that Xavier's friend betrayed him to kill the other two. Though we also don't know what the whole Diablo thing is yet. Probably, I'm assuming it's kind of like some sort of berserk sort of unit. It's a feeling I'm getting. Not really sure though off the top of my head. But I wouldn't really be surprised if that's the thing. Probably something suspicious, but it's a shame that his friends had to die in the process though. I feel like their lives could have been saved. I feel like they didn't have to die like that, but who knows really. Regardless. Yeah, looking forward to upcoming episode. Anyway, thanks for watching, and looking forward to talk about this more next week. Take care.